Hi, today I want to talk about the VIX, or volatility index. You may have heard of it in the news recently with the markets being down so much. So I want to go over two things. What is it, and what does it mean for you? So let's take a look. So we're looking at a definition from Investopedia on the VIX, or volatility index. So they describe it as real-time index that represents the market's expectations for the relative strength of near-term price changes of the S&P 500 index. A little bit wordy, but later on in the paragraph they go on to say volatility, or how fast prices change, is often seen as a way to gauge market sentiment, and in particular the degree of fear among market participants. I really like that. That's how I like to think of it. It tends to be a big signal for me, kind of an alarm bell. A lot of investors pay attention to it, and if you're a long-term investor, it can be pretty important. So let's hop on over and take a look at the charts. So I'm just looking at a one-year chart of the VIX versus S&P 500. Don't pay too much attention to the percents. On a longer term time horizon, they're not relevant. So going on to this idea of what does it mean for you as an investor. So looking back historically, anytime the VIX hits over the 30-point mark, it tends to be a fairly strong signal that there's a lot of stress out in the markets. And if you're a long-term investor like myself, it's probably a good time to start looking around at different opportunities that you may have been looking at, or say you're new to investing. These are great times to begin investing, because when you look at 6 months ago, when the VIX was a little bit calmer and much lower than it is now, prices were much higher. So if you're a new investor or you're reallocating, this is an attractive point to do that. But it's also, for me, it's a period where it's kind of a reminder to take a look at all parts of your portfolio to reassess risks in an environment like this. So hope that's been helpful. VIX index, you hear a lot about it in the news recently. So just wanted to give a, what is it and what does it mean for you? Take care.